Nico Hoerner leads off the 7th against Andrew Kittredge, who rears in baseball this year for the Cardinals. Towards the hole at short, backhanded by Wynn, and showing off that solid defensive work to retire Nico Hoerner between. Pulls one on the ground. That is a fair ball down the line. That's going to give the Cubs the lead. Bush will score. The tough Karam will allow Wisdom to get into second base. He drives in the go-ahead run, and it's 4-3. And that error comes back to hurt St. Louis.
And that's a good job by Wisdom. It's a tough matchup for Kittredge. I know he's got the good sinker and cutter to go with it, but Wisdom's a good down ball hitter. He doesn't love the ball up, but he's a good down ball hitter. Can get under anything down there, stays on it, hits it right down
this year. Mike Tauchman at the plate
for JoJo. JoJo stepped up in a big way.
Tauchman flips it foul, 1-1. Does any reliever in baseball to do this? Keep the game where it's at. That's exactly what he'll do. He'll get Tauchman to roll one over to Gorman, and it's a finish to the top of the 7th. But a dozen Hall of Famers participated as coaches. Great to see. Luke Little to Donovan in the air, right center field. Playable. Bellinger is there for out number 1. This is outside of appearance with the Cubs after being traded from Seattle. And Paul Goldschmidt greets him rudely with a base hit into left field. All the way to the wall. He's looking for extra bases. Tauchman will not get the ball in time, and Goldschmidt with a 2-out double, jumping on the first pitch he sees from Miller.
And you know that felt good after what happened last inning. And you know, the fastball away is something he's really struggled at this year. To see him aggressively swing through the zone right there, 109.8 off the bat, that looks like the Goldschmidt we've seen.
Now Arenado, first pitch swinging, pops it foul. Cue shot, roller towards short for Swanson. He'll retire Arenado, and Miller will leave a man in scoring position and keep the Cubs in front. It's 4-3 as we go to the 8th inning to start the 8th inning. And Suzuki takes a strike. And the lefty Romero. That's a foul ball. It's nothing. 0-2, and Romero floated that changeup outside.
They still believe in him.
He hits this one towards the gap in right center field. Ciani over to cut it off, and that will hold Suzuki to a well-struck single. He's aboard to lead off the 8th inning as the Cubs look for some insurance.
And that's that changeup away. But when a hitter's pulling off, if the ball's up and away, they can still throw their hands at it.
Swings at the first pitch and pulls it foul. He's been aggressive
from last year.
Blocked at the plate by Herrera. Recovers and throws. Got Suzuki in time. Good recovery by Herrera behind the plate. Having to move to
throwing guys out. Might as well.
Now Bellinger strokes this one towards right center. That's down for a base hit. And a single for Bellinger. So that play by Herrera looms that much larger. The MLB app is your play. And he was clutch this week when he came back from that hamstring issue. He did not go to the IL, but he missed 6 games. He's got the 3rd highest contact rate and the 3rd lowest strikeout rate in all of baseball. Only Luis Arraez and Mookie Betts have been tougher to strike out than Hoerner. And he had the walk-off hit against Atlanta earlier this week. When he came back on Tuesday, he calls time. Constantly gets on base, got one of the highest on base percentages of anybody on this roster. Hoerner fouls it back, and the count runs full. Of course, Hoerner, college teammates of currently injured St. Louis Cardinal Tommy Edman. Edman still dealing with the complications from the wrist injury from a year ago. He's been a Gold Glover in his career. Hoerner waves and misses. A rare strikeout. Romero is able to get him out on the slider.
Goes with the fastball up and away, comes back with the sweeping slider down and in. And Nico likes that ball middle in. Sometimes you can use that against a hitter, give them something that they think they really like, and then break it just off of that. That was a perfectly executed pitch by Romero coming back from being behind in the count.
Big strikeout for out number 2, and here's Bush.
If the Cardinals are able to win this game, it'll be because when I look back on it, the strikeout by Kittredge was key, with runners on second and third and 1 out, and then that strikeout by Romero right there. Those are big, big strikeouts.
Wow, a fastball blown by him. Bush is looking for a home run hack. He's hit 7 of them this season for the Cubs, including back in April at a home run in 5 straight games, tying the longest record in Cubs history. Bush will take. That one gets away from Herrera, and another good recovery behind the plate by Herrera. Neither Bellinger nor Morel wanted to risk the 3rd out, but Herrera got to it fast.
It looked like it just broke a little bit more than he was anticipating, but he did recover well.
Outside 3-1. You would imagine this is the last hitter for Romero with a group of righties coming up. Craig Counsell does have a switch hitter, and Ian Happ he can go to off the bench. A 3-1 to Bush. On the ground to second. Gorman's got it. And the inning is over. Romero does his job in the